Welcome to Booklings, the only podcast where brother and sister set aside their familial bond to tear each other apart for the sake of books. My name is Gian, and
My name is Nikki.
in today's episode, we will be discussing a bunch of fun book related news, and we'll sprinkle in some debate here and there. So, okay, my sister has no idea about the news that I'm going to be throwing at her, and I'm really looking forward to it. So the first bit of news that I wanted to bring up is the thing that inspired me to do this episode, and that is It Ends With Us has a movie. Yes, yes, there will be a movie. Okay. And
Uy.
okay, here's the thing. It is going to be produced by Reese Witherspoon's company,
And Penn Badgley.
and it will star Blake
Penn Badgley.
Lively. Blake Lively will be playing the our favorite Masters in Business
I
graduate.
was so close. I thought of
Lily.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah, like she will be playing our favorite Masters in Business graduate, Lily. Now,
I'm
here's the
sorry,
thing
but
though.
I
She's
just
supposed to be
don't see it.
23. Well, she's
I
supposed to
just
be 23. That's my first issue.
yeah.
Secondly, I feel like I feel like maybe if this was in 2009, this would be more suitable to her vibe. But right now, she has like such a mature and wise vibe about her. I don't buy her being as stupid as Lily was in the book.
Could it be because she did that one movie where she was also in an abusive relationship? But I
You mean
haven't
the
seen
one
the
with the
movie.
shark?
No, no,
Where the
no,
shark was
no.
abusing her?
That's probably arguably for you that's a healthier
That
relationship
is
than
a
this book.
100% healthier relationship
Because
than
you knew
Ryle
what
and
you were
Lily.
going into.
Yes, I knew. Okay, the shark will try to eat Blake Lively. Okay, I am a very simple man. That I was like, okay, that's
So
good.
anyway, for this one, she had a movie where it was an
Henry Golding
abusive
and Anna
relationship.
Kendrick, right?
No, 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 no. So this one was she was blind,
God
and
damn. Okay.
she thought that, she has the most doting husband and whatever. And then supposedly she gets her eyesight back, and then she realizes how much he controls her and whatever. Something like that. I haven't seen the movie, but I feel like maybe that suddenly became her vibe. And now she wants another abusive relationship because the shark was not enough, apparently.
Yeah. Uh, or
But
maybe.
okay, wait.
Okay.
Who
Let me
is the
continue.
male lead?
Let
Who
me
is the male
continue.
lead?
Okay, so she will be an
This is
executive
what happens when I
producer.
don't have Instagram.
Yeah.
I did not know about
I
this.
didn't find out on Instagram actually. One of my friends who knows how much I love this book, like she knows this book is very near and
I
dear to
keep
me.
telling you
Um,
sarcasm doesn't translate well on podcasts.
okay, well, this is one of the worst books I've ever read in my life. Anyway,
No,
she knows
because I,
that, so
I
she
swear
contacted me immediately
Colleen thinks you're her biggest fan at this point.
because I am. I think I talk more about Colleen than her actual fans. To be fair, I've okay. So Blake Lively is the executive producer alongside the actor playing Ryle, which is Justin Baldoni.
I can't remember who
Justin
that is.
Baldoni is well known for being the star of Jane the Virgin.
But then that's too old. So they have aged.
I mean, so Ryle was supposed to be a bit older, but yeah, Justin Baldoni is okay.
Yeah, Ryle
I
is a
didn't
bit.
write this
No,
in my
Ryle is in
notes.
his mid-30s, I
Mid
think,
thirties,
right?
yeah. Justin Baldoni was born
But you know
is
what?
40. He's turning 40.
I forgot how young Lily was supposed to be on the book.
She's supposed to be 23 or something.
Yeah. See, the more you give me these details, the more it makes sense
Yeah.
why it happened to her.
Yeah. So here's a bit from Colleen Hoover herself. So she announced it actually from her childhood home, where and she said like she went to the place where the abuse started, just to make sure that everyone is like, oh, she's an ally, whatever. Anyway, so this is her statement. I think that Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively have what it takes to bring these characters to life, and I cannot wait for you guys to see that happen. I'm going to do my best to sneak y'all as much footage as I can without getting kicked off the set. I'm so excited, y'all. Okay. Well, yeah, so I will have the article linked in the description. It's from Vulture. So that is the first bit of news. Okay, how do we? I think we all knew that it was going to turn into a movie at some point.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how
but
it's like the next John Green novel type of
yeah,
situation.
that's
Not
true.
necessarily a compliment, but that it's the same level, I would say.
It is the same level. But here's the thing. I think I think they went for the best possible actors that they could get, not necessarily the best actors that suit the characters. Because I think Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively are really solid, capable actors. But I think their age is wrong, and I don't think they match the description.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm wondering because I don't even recall most of when it comes to descriptions of the face or someone's appearance in the book. I will already have the face in my head, but I'm not gonna remember the minute details. But in this
yeah,
case, I know for sure it was not Blake.
yeah,
And I love Blake Lively, but
yeah.
and plus I feel like that's a very heavy sort of thing that um to portray where she has to be naive and it just doesn't make sense because yes, she looks amazing, but her
She does
age
look
is
amazing.
still not 23.
Yeah, that's true. Like you
Like,
can't deny the
yeah,
age, right?
let's not pull a Gossip Girl where they're all these 20-year-olds playing high school. Like it's
Yeah,
different now. You can't do 30 30 plus
yeah,
and then doing like a 23-year-old.
yeah. I mean, for me, I think
Who's Atlas?
okay, so in the article, they haven't gone that far yet. Like
Oh
they're
my
in
gosh.
far,
Can it
far
be Penn
pre-production.
Badgley?
I would actually,
I
I think that
just
would make it
want a
really interesting. I'm not
reunion.
gonna
I
lie.
want a reunion.
I think for Atlas, they're probably going with
Or Ryan
someone more.
Reynolds.
Nah, they're gonna go with someone more dangerous looking. I think they have to lean into the dangerous aspect.
Just uh just from Gilmore Girls, Milo.
He really would suit it, actually. So
Right?
if we no, I'm being serious because if we are
No,
so
I'm serious.
Blake
Based on the
and
definition.
Justin are late 30s. Milo Ventimiglia is also late 30s, so he would
Yeah,
be
it
perfect.
would
Like he's
fit.
dangerous and he's
He has
awesome.
the vibe. If we're
He has the
looking
vibe.
for that vibe where he's not uppity or
I mean, actually, I'm not gonna lie. If they made It Ends With Us in the mid 2000s, it would probably start Milo Ventimiglia and Alexis Bledel.
yeah,
I'm not even
yeah.
joking. Like they would
Yeah,
suit
yeah.
it. Like
Alexis
Alexis would
Alexis would
suit
be
Lily
perfect.
Bloom so
Lily. Exactly.
perfectly.
That's actually my someone who I would picture if this was, the younger years,
Mid
like literally like
2000s. Yeah,
23
yeah,
that we're going for. 23 Alexis Bledel fits
yeah.
the book completely.
Mm.
So I
I
can't
think
remember. Wait, is Lily blonde? No, right?
so. That part I don't remember. I think she is. I think she is.
Are you sure? Because I feel like she would have been named Daisy.
God. But
Feel like.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, Ryle is not supposed to be Italian either. Well, I mean, I forget where Justin Baldoni's like. I don't forget his ethnicity.
I mean, I
Um,
think it's Italian. Baldoni.
yeah, he's half Italian, half Jewish apparently. So
Interesting.
yeah. Anyways,
Anyway, so
his
they
last
don't
name is
have
supposed to be Kincaid, isn't it? Ryle Kincaid.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's Irish as hell.
You know what I think would be the perfect Ryle?
Yeah,
Chad Michael Murray.
I think he would be great. Like, because if we're going
Is
by
it
that,
Murray? Because I always called it Murray when I was younger, but it's
there's
Murray,
Murray,
right?
Murray, yeah,
But Murray just sounded so foreign back then. I was like, it sounds way
Murray.
cooler.
Murray sounds
Murray.
like a shampoo brand, like Murray,
A
the
fancy
competitor of L'Oreal.
French French brand. So yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I think
that's who
Chad
I
Michael
picture.
Murray would suit it. I think another actor who would suit it. I feel like we're just stuck in Gossip Girl right now and the CW shows, but I think Chuck, the actor
Yeah,
who
I knew
portrayed
you were
Chuck,
gonna say
he
Chuck.
would
But the
really
thing
suit it.
is, him and Blake just have zero chemistry.
I think it might have to do with Chuck trying to rape. Serena in the first episode of Gossip Girl.
Oh, really?
That
Are
might
you
be
sure?
related to the lack of
Are
chemistry.
you sure? Because I feel like
Now,
that would have been announced in Gossip Girl.
now, me
It was never.
personally, I don't think I would
Okay, wait.
like
We're
that.
going
But
into
yeah.
a vortex again of the Gossip Girl like reactions.
Okay, so we will also be releasing our exclusive Gossip Girl podcast next week.
No.
Stay tuned. Okay, I'm kidding. I wish because like you need
There
to.
was so many episodes that I don't remember. Like
I
when
think
you were
it's a good
telling
thing
me,
to
because
not remember it though.
you rewatched
A
like the
few
first
episodes,
episode,
yeah, a
right?
few
The first
episodes.
few episodes,
Yeah.
and he was telling me like Chuck is tried to rape Serena. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I would have known if he did, and then I realized, oh yeah.
You know, that's why it makes me laugh because a lot of people are like, the new Gossip Girl has ruined everything. And I was just like, was the original was there something to ruin? Like, let's be real.
No,
Was
the
there
thing is, the original. Like, don't be a freaking
don't do it.
hater,
Don't
okay?
defend it. Come
Don't
on.
do this. No,
Don't
it's the
oh
fashion.
no.
It's the fashion. Because the new one now, I'm just like, it's the new type of fashion now where you're just like, you're purposely burning money.
Yeah.
You're just messing with me. You're wearing a freaking trash bag that costs $3,000.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of fashion. But back then, honestly, I could have put the show on mute and I would have just appreciated it.
I mean, while I agree, it is a product of its time. It's made in 2021 or 2022, right? So of course it's gonna match the fashion of today. I'm sorry, not everyone can stick to wearing a t-shirt on top of a long sleeve shirt, or like wear a dress with
It's, you know what?
Converse sneakers, you
Gossip
know?
Girl was more
Okay.
sexual, so the shirt on top was a tank top.
Oh my
It
God.
wasn't a shirt.
You know,
Okay,
for the
let's just
viewers,
get this right.
for the listeners and the viewers, whatever, all five of you,
Joke.
it might sound like we're being sarcastic, but that's literally what Serena wore at some point. Like you know what? I am willing to watch every single
No, no,
episode
no, no,
to find
no.
you a picture
You
of
know
that.
who wore it? Jessica Shore.
I know
I think
Penn
her
Badgley's
name
sister
is
in the
no,
show definitely wore it
no,
at some
not
point.
that one. The other one, the like pseudo sister, their childhood friend, but she was on the show. That's probably another woman that Chuck tried to rape as well. There's really a lot of
You know,
like now that I think of
I
this.
like. Okay, we're spiraling. Let's move
Yeah,
on to
we've
the
gone.
next bit of book related news. So this one is near and dear to my heart. Uh, Daisy Jones and the Six is an upcoming miniseries based on the amazing New York Times bestseller by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and they have just released a teaser trailer. So accompanying the teaser trailer, they have an official plot synopsis. Let me read it. Based on the best-selling novel by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six is a limited musical drama series detailing the rise and precipitous fall of a renowned rock band. In 1977, Daisy Jones and the Six were on top of the world. Fronted by two charismatic lead singers, Daisy Jones and Billy Dunn, the band had risen from obscurity to fame. And then, after a sold-out show at Chicago Soldier Field, they called it quits. Now, decades later, the band members finally agree to reveal the truth. This is the story of how an iconic band imploded at the height of its powers. So, I know you haven't read it, but what do you think about this?
I just find it unfair that you read the synopsis for that, but not It Ends With Us. I feel like people needed to read the synopsis again to hear about it. But okay,
This is so
bias
that
aside.
it is so that the listeners will go back and listen to our episode about it.
Uh, well, I'm actually intrigued. The thing is, I'm not a fan of those type of books because I enjoy happiness.
She said
I
as she
don't
promotes a
like,
book about domestic abuse.
again, I didn't promote it. I
You
just
told me
said,
Chien, it is
no,
brilliant. She's a
I
genius.
said
She's
we need
amazing.
to, wow, you're even willing to lie.
You literally you told me
You
that it's
know
so
for a
brilliant.
fact.
You did tell me it's brilliant.
No, I
You did tell
said
me.
that it's a brilliant take that you were trying to, that
Yeah,
she went into
it
the
really
abuse
is a
instead of,
brilliant it is a brilliant take though. Like forgive the abuser and give him all the rights to see his child. Like what a wonderful take to you
I'm
know.
just saying it's a brilliant perspective where she's trying to kind of give
Yeah.
you an insight into how domestic abuse survivors
Yes.
still get into the same exact situation. Again, it wasn't about Ryle, you motherfucking asshole.
It is
Like
amazing.
it's
Like he,
really not about Ryle, you bitch. You know exactly what the book was about, but whatever.
I
But for
mean,
this
based
book,
on the
I'm just
plot
not.
of It
No, I
Starts
just
With
don't
Us,
like.
it kind of sounds like it's still about Ryle, because even though it starts with us as the
No,
biggest cash grab in human history. Like
yeah, exactly.
like okay, no,
I
that's not
don't.
true.
I don't want to
The
read
stupid
it.
Fantastic Beast movies, those are the biggest cash
No,
grabs.
I don't want to
Goddamn.
read it, but I feel like I need you to suffer more
Yeah.
because I reread Lothair yesterday. So I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So that
fine.
that will be
At
our
the
next
next
episode.
episode. Yeah.
But just as a preview, I love Lothair, and she has other thoughts about it. So stay tuned for that next episode. But anyways, let's continue. Okay, so
So for this one, I think that I'm actually intrigued, but I would not watch the show until I read the book. So I'm gonna read the book at some point. I just have to be in that mood because it is fiction, but it's that type of setting where it kind of gives you the reality in a way. Because they did allude that it's kind of loosely based
on Fleetwood
to,
Mac,
yeah, Fleetwood
yeah.
Mac. So I don't know why. Good thing you said Fleetwood Mac because I was gonna say Florence and the Machine. I was like, it's FL something. I was so
See,
close.
here's the issue. The listeners will have no idea who is older because you just referenced this random like newer band, whereas I'm just like, yeah, Fleetwood Mac, great
Yeah,
album. Like
yeah,
like
yeah. You
rumors
know, I
rumors is one
remember.
of the
I
best
I
albums ever.
remember I put them in my slam books.
Again, I
By
still
the
don't.
way, wait. Side note: if you listen to the I think 2 episodes ago we mentioned slam books. Um, there was a show that I was watching and it mentioned that. I just can't remember what show, but I was just like, so it was real. I thought it was just like our Asian
Of
thing.
course
It
it's
was a
real.
real thing. No, it was a
Yeah,
real thing
of
even in the
course.
US. So
Pompeii was real before the volcano. But
it
there
was a real
dinosaurs
thing.
dinosaurs were real.
It was a real thing.
So there are a lot of
So
real things that no longer exist because time has moved on.
so Daisy, okay,
Yes.
Daisy, let's
Yeah.
focus.
Okay,
So
so
Daisy, you're excited for that. How many
I'm
episodes? So it's just a limited
they
series.
haven't announced the number of episodes. I am glad it's a mini series. I messaged this to you because it cannot be compressed into a movie. There's just way too much stuff. They would miss a lot of the nuance if they just turned it
I'm actually
into a
curious
movie.
because I think the style is more of it's kind of an inflection of what they were think like the band itself how they imploded and everything. So I just wonder how it's going to be executed because a lot of the time that's the pitfalls of books into movies because books you really get their inside thoughts and everything and it depicts how they're going through certain dialogues and whatever.
Yeah.
But this case, um, it's purely going to be all visual. So I'm really interested how that's gonna happen.
Well, if you read the book, it's mostly told through dialogue, because it's told through interviews, right? So
Yeah, but
in
still,
based on the
it's kind of
teaser,
you
based
still
on
have that
based on the
thought
teaser,
process.
they're gonna involve a lot of interviews as well. So the cast, I I'm sort of conflicted on the cast actually. Although I did find out that Timothy Oliphant is gonna be one of the supporting characters, and I love Timothy Oliphant and everything, so I support that. But Daisy Jones will be portrayed by Riley Coe, who is, of course, Elvis Presley's granddaughter. Rest in peace, Lisa Presley. And the male protagonist will be portrayed by Sam Claflin. So he'll be portraying Billy Dunn. Now, so my girlfriend and I were huge fans of the book. but we kind of don't agree on some of the cast. We haven't seen them yet, so of course, take it with a grain of salt. But Camilla Morone will be portraying Billy's wife, also named Camilla, and it just doesn't suit the image we had of Camilla. I can't explain it. I feel like she just has a very modern look, which sounds extremely subjective, but I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the way they
Which
did her makeup.
Camilla? Camilla Mendez?
Camilla Morone. I don't know.
Oh,
But yeah, she just has a very modern look in the teaser trailer. Uh, it doesn't seem like it's the 70s. Maybe
I'm
it's the way
actually
they did the makeup.
surprised that Dakota Johnson is not in it because she has that vibe.
I don't know. Maybe because I read the book, she doesn't. I don't agree. Um, I would actually sooner.
Or
I
maybe
would
you
have
just hate,
No, I
you
would have
hate.
sooner cast Daisy Edgar Jones actually as one of the roles, which would be extremely confusing and funny for everyone, I think. Um, so Daisy Edgar Jones, right?
I can't remember her face.
Oh, okay. Kind of, she's kind of similar to Dakota Johnson, but the point is that she has the same name as Daisy Jones. Anyway, now Suki Waterhouse will be playing the keyboardist, and this one I'm just like, okay,
Okay, she
this
needs
does
bangs
not
though. Without
this
bangs.
yeah, but yeah, Suki Waterhouse I feel does not match the description
Yeah,
of
and I feel
Karen.
like she's a bad actress.
Suki Waterhouse,
Yeah.
what role have you seen her in?
Paparazzi. Just kidding. I think, is she the one in Love Rosie or something?
Isn't that Lily Collins?
Wait. Of course I will know who Lily Collins is.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I really, and it's not worthwhile to know anything about that
Mm,
movie.
okay, I haven't seen. She was in Pokemon, Miss Norman. She really has nothing. Just to put. All I know about her really is that she's Robert Pattinson's girlfriend.
She's Robert Pattinson's girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, you don't know
Well,
anything.
this is why
So
we're a team.
she was in Love Rosie. She just
Okay,
played a small role. I don't
okay.
know who she was there. But how
Now,
dare you? How dare you say to me that wasn't that Lily Collins? As if like I would confuse. How dare you?
I mean, I don't know. You don't have Instagram anymore. Who knows what you still remember?
Yeah. There
So
was a time.
some other stuff about the show. As I mentioned, Riley Coe is Elvis's granddaughter, and her mother recently passed. She mentioned in a statement, "My mother is certainly an inspiration to me, and she was a very strong, smart woman. I was raised by somebody who did their own thing and didn't really care what other people thought. She was definitely inspirational to me," which is pretty sweet. It's quite unfortunate that her mother passed before this show was released. And in addition to that, Atlantic Records released a single from the show because, of course, it's about music. And this song was played throughout the teaser trailer. Again, all of it will be linked in the description. I can't play it because we'll get copyrighted. But as someone who read the book twice, and as someone who is sort of a big music fan, I don't know, I have some thoughts about the song. Okay, so the lyrics are still good. They didn't change the lyrics. The song is "Regret Me," and I like the instrumental. And Riley had this amazing like vocal at the end that was just perfect. Like it was exactly how I pictured it. However, I feel like they needed to fix the mixing of the track. Okay, so before we had stereo sound. Actually nowadays we have like movie theaters have something called like 7.1 audio. Or a lot of movies, I mean, have 7.1 audio or 5 point, and then they compress that to 5.1 audio And then after 5.1 audio, you have stereo sound. And then after stereo sound, you have mono, right? Before the Beatles, pretty much everything was mono, and of course, their engineer, uh, with the help of their engineer Jeff, they were able to sort of pave the way for stereo sound in music. I can go into that a bit more, but basically, by 1976 or 77, when this band was at the height of their powers, they should already be on stereo sound. So I don't understand why the track sounds mono as fuck. Okay, like it's really difficult to distinguish the vocals from the instrumentals. Um Now I've listened to it with my sort of expensive headphones, and the mixing is really just not good, and I don't know why. It really sounds like someone recorded it with just a mic in a concert from 1977. Maybe they were going for a live thing, but I think it was a mistake to do that. And yeah, I wasn't happy about the song at all. And but again, I liked the instrumentals and I liked Riley's vocal at the end, but everything in between, I was really not happy with. Like, play actual Fleetwood Mac, you know? I mean, Fleetwood Mac made music that they can listen to for inspiration, and they can hear that the vocals and the instrumentals are all very distinguishable from each other, you know? So I really don't understand what happened there. I hope the rest of the album that they will release uh will be better, but yeah, I was I was not a fan. I was not a fan of that. Yeah, but yeah.
I can't
Am
I
I
can't
picky?
believe how long you just went on your rant for one single. Like, by the way, this segment was just supposed to be like a short thing that we released, like this episode, and now it's already long again.
Because
So
this is valid.
I can only imagine how you'll be like once this miniseries is released, especially when you've analyzed this book so much. I just know how picky you're gonna be.
I mean, I don't know. I just enjoy music like everyone, right? So, and I also enjoy history. So, I don't know. I'm really hoping that it will be better, please. Okay. So, next thing on the news that I've
There's more.
compiled.
Are you
No,
kidding?
no, no. Next, in addition
Is
to
this
that,
the last?
we have two more. Next one is Paul McCartney is releasing a photography book compiling 275 of his snapshots taken between the end of 1963 and the beginning of 1964.
It's gonna be
It
about
will
his
be
wife again.
No, it's called 1964 Eyes of the Storm, and it's mostly about the Beatles. So that's something to look forward to for some Beatles fans, basically me.
Yeah.
Uh, Next thing that I want to discuss, it was actually
I
really
feel like you're gonna
controversial.
get like 5 copies of that at least. Like your friends will just buy that
He
for your
took the
birthday.
photos. He took the photos. It's mind blowing. Like,
No, but I'm
oh,
just saying,
it's
like all
so
your friends will just assume that's the gift for you, and then
they would be
not
correct.
knowing you'll already have all the copies, and knowing you will keep all the copies.
Yeah, yeah, and frame them. But yeah, so Paul McCartney, amazing musician, person, and now photographer. He's perfect. Okay.
Sorry, person, you've met him. And I
You
know
could,
him.
if you listen to his music, you'll actually understand who
I
he is as
really
a person.
don't. I
Okay.
really
Well,
don't
then
understand
you
this.
are
Like,
deaf. You are not
no,
listening
I
properly.
really don't understand how I can have such a stalker brother when it comes to music.
We will also be releasing a music podcast starting next. No, I'm kidding. I would never do a podcast with you about music. You don't
Yeah, I'd be
appreciate
the worst.
music.
I'd be
You
the
do not like
worst.
music.
I'd be
I've
the
noticed
last
that. You
person.
actually
No,
don't
you
like
know
music.
why? I'm just a visual person, which
I'm
is
not a visual
ironic because
person.
I love books, but I'm visual in the sense that I will appreciate music concerts more than listening to it at home. For me, it's literally just background noise that I use to concentrate. So I like a lot of the times people will be like, I mean, I'm just shocked that you support those kind of lyrics. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't hear the lyrics. All I hear is the music.
I think for me, that's why Broadway is the most dangerous place, because it combines two of my favorite
Yes,
things.
yes, for you.
Yeah,
Cinematic, like drama, and
yeah,
then music. Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
That's how I was able to memorize Hamilton songs after the first time I saw it. Like
And
I
the
didn't.
irony is when we were in the UK, you were like, nope, not going to the West End. Like,
Lego Star
no
Wars was
way.
life changing, so I
No
stand by
way.
that. Okay, so the final bit of news.
Next, go.
This one made a lot of waves, actually. So, uh, Brandon Sanderson. He
Okay.
is one of the greatest
Mm-hmm.
fantasy writers, and in my opinion, currently the best fantasy writer. Um, and if he wrote more sci-fi, he'd probably be the best sci-fi writer as well. He took a stand against Audible slash Amazon recently.
Okay.
So his 5 upcoming new books will not be released on Audible. Um,
Okay.
the
And so,
audiobooks, yes.
yeah.
So this was pretty interesting. And he explained in detail why. He had a statement and everything. So, for those who are unaware, Audible is basically the go-to audiobook platform like in the world. And if you even have an Amazon account, you will probably get an email from Amazon once a week saying, "Oh, why don't you try a free trial of Audible?" And you can actually find most authors on Audible. In fact, it's actually pretty easy to get on Audible. So you got to give credit to Amazon for that. Like in terms of letting people put their book there and or their audio there in this case, it is really convenient. What's less convenient or what's less good is the fact that Audible offers only 40% of royalties to its authors. So this is a big deal because authors on Amazon are already losing money. Um, on Amazon, it is well known that they sell books at a loss, at least compared to actual bookstores or even other popular digital bookstores. Um, but in addition to that, they have also formed a monopoly on audiobooks. Basically, if authors don't agree to sell their audiobook exclusively on Audible, then they will receive significantly less royalties and their books will not be promoted as much on Audible. So they have to agree to 40% basically, or else they're basically not going to have an audiobook. Surprisingly, a significant percentage of adults worldwide use Audible or listen to audiobooks, and it is a really strong market for readers. So authors cannot afford to not have an audiobook available for their readers, which is why the majority of them, Brandon Sanderson included, have agreed to these terrible terms and conditions. Now, 40 by the way, 40% in royalties. This is how bad it is. An independent bookstore, a mom and pop bookstore, basically the bookstore from You've Got Mail, offers 50% on books for 50% in royalties per book. So an indie bookstore literally offers more money than one of the most successful companies in the entire world. So this is a pretty terrible practice. Now, Brendan Sanderson has decided to not put 5 of his books on the platform, and instead, he has chosen to go with Speechify. Now, interestingly, Speechify offered him 100% of the royalties. And then Sanderson said, "Okay, if I was not Brandon Sanderson, what would you offer me?" And they said, "We would offer you 70%, which is what we would offer every author." And he said, "Okay, then I will take 70%." as long as you allow me to publicize the details of your contract and our negotiation and inform my listeners or my readers why I've chosen to go with Speechify. And I said, of course. He also received an offer from Spotify, but due to an NDA, he can't actually explain the terms and conditions of that deal. But this is a really bold move by Sanderson. He is literally, putting his money where his mouth is. He did state that it doesn't mean he'll never use Audible again or never use Audible for his books, but he's basically risking a significant loss of income because up until now, had you ever heard of Speechify before? No, right? No offense,
No.
Speechify. I'm sure it's great. Please sponsor us. But most people know Audible, and most readers won't want to start a membership on an entirely new platform just for one author. But he's taking that risk, and he's doing it fairly as well. He accepted 70%, just like every other author. So it's an amazing thing to do, and it's really cool of him. I am hoping more authors do the same move because the monopoly that Audible currently has on the audiobook market is frankly unconscionable. I really, it's quite terrible. So yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I have to wonder though if he has calculated the risks because yes, he already has his it's established, but a lot of the time now it's really about convenience. So especially if people already have their Audible accounts or
Exactly.
just in, so it's a huge risk, but
It is a huge risk.
that's, I mean, that's good of him that he wanted it to be transparent, so he gives like other authors, like upcoming authors, the opportunity as well. But I
Yeah.
have to wonder, like, maybe he's also being, he's getting a sponsorship deal with Speechify as well. I mean, that's what I would do. I would leverage that.
Well, the reason why I don't think he has a sponsorship deal is because, well, I don't think they can afford him, to be honest. Um, be, okay, so some
That's
perspective
true.
for the 5 books that he will be releasing, uh, he has earned already $41 million.
Mm,
Those books have not even been released, by the way, but he
it's
already has
crazy.
$41 million
Okay.
from like
So
pre-sales.
so what you're saying is he does need the money.
Yeah, like if anyone, like,
Mm,
I'm sure you could say, oh, everyone wants more money. Yeah, but that's true, but I don't think it's worth this. Like if it was just for a sponsorship deal, I really don't think it's worth him possibly losing so much money or possibly pissing off Audible that they stop promoting his books. Although, again, even if they did stop promoting his books, I don't think it would matter. I really,
yeah,
like at this point, there's no way that will affect him.
that's
But
definitely true.
that's the thing, though. I think he's one of the few people, one of the few authors who can survive to stand up to Audible. I hope people of his stature, or people of greater stature like Stephen King will similarly stand up to Audible and do the same thing.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's crazy how much, like, no wonder Bezos is so rich.
yeah,
It's insane.
yeah. They also bought Whole Foods. It's crazy.
Not even shocked.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
that is our book news for this week. Stay tuned for our upcoming episode
Oh, Gossip Girl.
About Lothair by Cressley Cole, one of my all-time favorite books. By the way, I haven't even reread it, right?
You
Because
don't need
I don't need
to.
to. I don't need to. And I was busy reading the newest Naomi Novik book, and you know how much I love
Wait,
Naomi
we,
Novik.
we're gonna
So
talk about that in the
yeah.
next one. Like the
So
beginning, we just talk about what we read.
if you liked this episode where we focused more on book news rather than one specific book, please leave a like or download if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or dear God, whatever platform you're
There's
on.
so many.
You know what to do. You know what to do. You can follow us on Instagram at Booklings Podcast. You can also follow me at Gian Romano. You can't follow her because she doesn't have Instagram because she thinks she's better than us. But
And it turns out I am becoming better because look, I had an actual genuine reaction to these book news that I have never even heard of. Because knowing me, I would have known because I love Blake Lively and Reese Witherspoon. So
yeah. Oh wait.
yay.
I think I made a mistake. Wait. I think. Oh, okay. Sorry. The articles were I didn't see it properly. Reese Witherspoon is not producing it as with us. Thank God. I misread that. Reese Witherspoon is producing Daisy Jones. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
I
you've
knew
sa-
Reese couldn't
Reese,
betray me.
you've saved your reputation.
Honestly, I was just like, I guess this is Reese's first mistake. This is actually everyone makes a mistake at some point. This is it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're
So
gonna read That Starts With Us now. See you. Bye.
all right, thanks for listening.